Hello, I'm Lynn Finch with another weekly episode of the No-Cash Allowance. The No-Cash Allowance solves the challenge for kids learning to manage cashless transactions because it is a system and a process that kids can use from preschool through high school. All transactions, all money in and out is recorded as a number. The kid is responsible for managing the numbers. They may need a little help when they're very young, but eventually they can do it on their own. This provides one constant process for kids to use from when they start up until high school graduation, when they turn 18, and now they're legally responsible for all their money decisions. It also places the responsibility on the kids to keep track of their own money. Parents aren't responsible for adding and subtracting the numbers in the account. It's up to the kid. And if they don't keep good records, they don't know how much money they have. And they can't ask their parents, the banker, to give them money if they can't show in their account that they have the money. Dave Ramsey tells us you must gain control over your money, or the lack of it will forever control you. This constant process for kids helps them gain control over their money while they're growing up at a time when they can't make any mistakes that are going to hurt them in their adult future. Any mistakes they make will be educational. It's one area where parents can really give their kids control over something while they're growing up. My kids liked writing in their accounts, and their accounts were open to review because I was the banker. We could look at it and ask them what they spent their money on 2 weeks ago, and they knew because they had a diary, they had a log. We could ask them what they thought of those decisions. Well, this didn't work out the way I wanted it, or that dress shrunk in the wash. It didn't work out. But it was a history we could talk about. And it was fun later on to look back at some of their entries, like the ultimate dress or hamster food, because they were responsible for buying the food for their pets. Confucius told us long ago, tell me and I will forget, show me and I may remember, involve me and I will understand. This is so true with teaching kids about money. We can talk all we want. Some of it may sink in. We can show them everything we want to show them about money. They may remember some of that. But unless we put the money in their hands and the control in their hands, they will not truly understand. Treating all money as a number encourages better decision making. Kids always think bigger is better, and they like a bigger number in their account, and they know when they subtract, they're going to end up with a smaller number. It means they have to pause for just a moment before they decide to subtract for something they're deciding to spend their money on. And they're also very happy to add their money. In our house, they added their allowances on allowance day, and they knew instantly where they were going and what they had to plan for their future. And here is my anecdote for today. A mom was telling me about her 11-year-old son and his winter jacket. They bought him a nice winter jacket thinking it would probably last for 2 years, and they live in a cold climate, so this was an important part of his wardrobe. Of course, he wore it to school one day, and he came home without the jacket. He lost it. Had to tell his mom that he lost the jacket. She thought about that for a moment and realized it was his responsibility to take care of that jacket. And she also knew that he had enough money in his account that he could replace the jacket. So she explained to him he was responsible for the jacket and he lost the jacket. And now what should they do about replacing it? Well, they talked about it, and he finally agreed that he should buy himself a new jacket. And he did. Of course, he bought the absolute cheapest winter jacket he could find, However, he accepted responsibility. He did not push back against buying the jacket, and he used his own money to do it. So he learned a lesson. There are consequences when things happen, and this one meant he had to use his own money to buy a new jacket. When your kids track all their money as a number, they become better money managers, and sometimes they become irresponsible in other parts of their life. The No-Cash Allowance shows you how, and these videos explain why this is important and what can happen when you use some of these ideas and this process in your home. Next time, we're going to define the roles of parent and child in the No-Cash Allowance. Thanks for listening.